It's been a very difficult road. I mean, we're talking about a machine that costs over $1 million, and raising $1 million is on an idea that may or may not fly is a difficult scenario.
A new Alberta company is challenging the way we need so many people to build something we're using right now, floors.
In tonight's Alberta Trailblazers, two young entrepreneurs trying to change construction with one machine.
If we take your basic house structure, you would say it would probably take, with a dedicated crew, a couple of weeks to complete that floor. Our first production run built a 32-foot floor by 16 feet wide in under 30 minutes, with everything completed.
The name is the Geometric Construction System, and it basically builds floors and walls for the manufactured housing industry.
Their technology is very exciting. It's very innovative. It's a game changer in terms of how manufactured housing could be built.
With the push of a button, a nearly completed floor system will be built and positioned without human involvement.
Conventional building materials are loaded into the machine using an overhead crane, and then through our patented mechanical process, the materials are extruded onto rails. So they come out a little bit like sheets of a paper coming out of a printer. The idea came from my past as a real estate developer, I guess you could say. By the time I was 21, I had a 12-unit apartment building, and I designed a project to turn that into an 18-unit apartment building by adding a third story on the roof. That project took twice as long as I expected and cost twice as much. Every night I went to bed tossing and turning, thinking if there has to be a better, more efficient way to build. It doesn't take so long. And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention, so that's where the idea came from. Right now our primary goal is to build structure that can be evaluated by industry. It was actually one of our first larger supporters.
And standard is probably about that 18-foot, but we can maybe get to 20 fairly easily. So if NABI does have that, then that could be a nice little tie-in too.
We've actually brought them into NATE in an incubator facility that allows them to take up space, grow, but also take advantage of NATE's resources. They were producing a business plan that needed a lot of work. Their financial projections weren't quite where they needed to be. They anticipated to make a lot more money than was reasonable.
It's been a very difficult road. I mean, we're talking about a machine that costs over $1 million, and raising $1 million is on an idea that may or may not fly is a difficult scenario.
Ben's an inventor in every sense of the word, and it's great to work with somebody with that kind of ambition. And in the same ground, you kind of got to keep them on the ground and say, okay, well, Star Trek isn't here today, but it's going to be.
We could see this technology used to construct almost any type of structure, including high-rises. And I would be thrilled to see that, even if it is 40 or 50 years from now, that something that I had a hand in creating could truly be the new best practice in at least residential construction.
Tomorrow on Alberta